Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia, Michiru's route. In the last episode, Michiru, after sleeping with Yuuji and implied making love to him, told him all about her past that she could remember. As she mentioned, she had had several times where there were gaps in her memory and apparently another person had stepped in. This had begun after Michiru had gotten a heart transplant. The other girl's memories and behavior was apparently what was showing up inside of Michiru, completely taking over and locking the normal Michiru out. Michiru also told of why she was afraid of losing stuff and thus why she was afraid of getting relations to a point where she could call it friends. It was because the only friend she had growing up committed suicide by jumping off a roof that Michiru had intended to jump off of herself, but hadn't had the courage to muster the final steps, only to see her friend fall and die. Let's continue. After we parted yesterday, Michiru slept soundly through the night. Sharing the burden she carried in a secret for so long, even momentarily, must have brought her some relief. I explained the situation to Chizuru and had her arrange for an investigative stay in a nearby hospital. Of course, this involved enduring a great deal of sarcasm and sniping, but our principal wasn't about to refuse to help a student in need of medical attention. I can't say whether she was moved more by pseudo-parental affection or a professional concern for her responsibilities, but I suppose it hardly matters. Early the next morning, I prepared to see off Michiru. Normally I'd be pulling on my sweats and heading out for a run right now, but today I'm skipping that. An exercise routine is only meaningful when you follow it faithfully. There's no point in doing it at all if you take days off. But I understand that some things are more important than a training schedule. Some things can withstand a day's neglect. Others can be lost in a heartbeat. Difficult as it can be to accurately identify the difference, prioritizing them appropriately is absolutely crucial. I head upstairs to Michiru's room and knock lightly on the door, but there's no answer. She is most likely still preparing for her departure. It's generally understood that women take time to get themselves ready to go anywhere. Deciding it's best not to rush the girl, I patiently stand by in front of her room for some time. Finally deciding that we need to get going, I call out her name. Michiru, Michiru. But again, there's no response. I suppose it is a little early for her. Maybe she's still sleeping? Michiru, everything all right in there? At last, there's a quiet answer from inside the room. Call my names a few more times, then I'll come out. Strikes me as a bit of a strange request, but I obey. Michiru, Michiru, Michiru. After repeating her name numerous times, I hear a rummaging around sound from within. A moment later, Michiru eases open the door, dragging along a small suitcase as if it was loaded with bricks. The girl's wearing strangely dressy clothing. Oh, that's cute! What's with the outfit? Huh? What do you mean? Nothing really? I mean, we're not going to be able to see each other, so I wanted to be in pretty clothes when we said goodbye. Sure, but you're only going for a week or so, right? You'll be back soon enough. What's the point? This is why they say you don't understand the female heart, Yuuji. Oh, who's they? Sakaki. Sakaki, huh? This is kind of a downer. Michiru pouts a little, a clear shade of melancholy in her eyes. Seeing her take this attitude, I feel a twinge of reluctance myself. Maybe the girl could stay. My help might be enough to pull her through the worst of it. What's wrong? You've got a scary look on your face. Well. Ooh. So here we have the choice for Michiru's ending. And let me just see. I had not remembered how quickly this would come, so I was a bit unprepared here. Now, What you might think is the best ending, is the good idea, is that Yuuji and Michiru stays together. But actually, to get the good ending, you need to select how about a kiss before you go. How about a kiss before you go? What? Make believe again? No, just a kiss. Just a kiss, is it? Very well then. The way you put that slightly pisses me off. That's so? I was actually intimidating a certain someone. Oh, who's that? What's all... Huh? What's all this? Wah! Sachi, why are you here? Well, I woke up unusually early this morning, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a little waxing. I'm currently repeating a process of dumping milky white liquid all over the floors, then wiping it up. No kidding. And what about you two? Is something going on? We're just, well... We're going to have her looked at. Looked at? That's right. Michiru collapsed from anemia a little while ago, remember? As a precaution, we're taking her to a hospital for a thorough examination. Nothing too serious. She'll be back better than ever in no time. What? Is that so? But as you say, at least it doesn't sound as though a lengthy stay will be necessary. I'll let the others know later. Try not to worry too much. Yes, certainly. I will keep my concern to moderate levels. That's right. It's not like you need to worry or anything. Okay, so, go step out for a minute. Yes, certainly. That was a shock. I had no idea Sachi was there. Really? I saw her hovering around out on the corner of my eye. And how about you say something? Wait, don't tell me that's why you asked about the kiss. Was that a prank? No, that had nothing to do with it. How about it? Want one? No, that's okay. I mean, Sachi popped up out of nowhere, so the mood kinda got ruined. In that case, let's get going. I'll carry your luggage. Thanks, but you don't need to do that either. I can handle it myself. Dragging her wheeled suitcase loudly along the path, Michiru turned her head slowly, surveying the campus. Now that I'm actually saying goodbye, it's a little hard to leave. Don't get all sentimental. You'll be back soon enough. You're just way too cool-headed, Yuuji, as always. Alright, here we are. Watch yourself out there. Yeah, I'm gonna get going. Oh, but first, well... What's wrong? Need to piss? No! You really are a jerk, you know that? I meant what you said before, The kiss? Right, I want one after all. You sure? Yeah. Sachi's staring at us, you know? Stare... What? Why are you here? Why? Well, Michiru-sama, that would be because you told me to step out. Accordingly, I left the premises of our school. There is no other reason for my presence here. Is there a problem? Oh, is that it? Got it. Oh, alright, can I ask you for just one more favor before I leave? Of course. What is your pleasure? Turn around for a minute. Yes, certainly. Hurry up and kiss. Michiru practically collapses against me, and I press my lips firmly against hers. A hot breath mingles together. The wet sound of saliva swapping fills the air. Good enough? Yeah, I'm satisfied. Oh, Sachi, you can turn around now. Yes, I shall now return to my prior facing. Michiru's cheeks are slightly red, but Sachi gives no outward indication of curiosity or suspicion. Sorry, I had a little business to take care of with Yuuji. Anyway, this is for you. The key to your room? Yeah, if you get bored while I'm not around and don't have anywhere else to clean, you can tidy up my room. Yes, by all means, I'll spew cloudy liquid all over it. Can you stop saying that? Alright, here we go. Michiru takes a deep breath, then turns to face me once more. Yuuji, thanks for everything. And with those words, she bows her head deeply. Cut it out. Coming from you, that just feels weird. Guess you're right. Please do take care of Michiru-sama. Naturally, make sure you keep on looking after Yuuji, alright? Yes, of course. Well then, until the day we meet again. Bye-bye, Sachi.
Alright, see you later.
Yeah, goodbye. Oh! With a small wave, Michiru leaves the school, dragging her suitcase behind her. Is it just my imagination? Michiru-sama almost seemed to be saying her final goodbyes.
Don't know about that. You're probably just overthinking things.
I try to reassure Sachi, but the fact of the matter is that I'm in agreement with her observation. Michiru left as though expecting never to see us again. After Michiru finally disappears in the distance, Sachi and I make our way back to the dormitory. In a reversal of those summer weeks, this time Michiru is the only one who's vanished from the place. It's going to be a little dull in her absence. Guess I'll have to find some way to kill the time. I ended up taking on the role of explaining Michiru's 1 week absence from the dorm to her classmates. Chizuru was in an unusually cranky mood, and, well, that pretty much covers it, actually. Grown women can sometimes behave in astonishingly childish ways. Life would probably be a little easier and less aggravating if not for this aspect of female psychology, but I suppose it's often an element of cuteness as well. Although in this particular case, I'm not confident that that applies.
That's right, it's just an observational stay. Not much more than a checkup, really.
Everyone was aware Michiru had been suffering from anemia, so the news didn't come as that much of a shock. As I carefully stressed that her stay was just to be on the safe side, they accepted my explanation without too much fuss. The problems came after that. Without Michiru around, unexpected quirks began to appear in our daily lives. Like an image gradually taking form on a sheet of photo paper, the changes grew more distinct with the passage of time.
What's the matter, Sakagi?
Oh, nothing in particular.
That's so. Alright then, I'll see you later.
Hold on a minute. Hear me out after all.
You really don't know how to be honest with yourself, do you?
If you say so. Anyway, it's about Irisu-san.
Oh, something up with Makina?
It's a little hard to say this, but, she's a bit of a nuisance. No, more than a bit.
A nuisance? Elaborate.
Don't misunderstand, I'm not insulting the girl, but somehow she seems, well, a good deal more pushy than usual. Perhaps... I haven't noticed any such thing, personally. Wonder what's going on here.
Ah, it's Yuuji. Hey, listen to this.
Sure, later. A little later, alright?
That's what you said yesterday. Come on, what's the deal? Well, huh?
Sorry, I'm a little busy. Next time, okay? Bye.
Huh? That's weird. Hey, Oni-chan, were you doing something weird to Yumi-chan?
Don't be an idiot. Forget her. What's with you?
I'm fine, you know, but that Yumi-chan's been a little cold lately. Wonder what her deal is, acting like that all of a sudden.
I see. That's interesting.
Huh? What's so interesting about that? It's boring as heck. Bzz. You just earned yourself a punishment game.
I refuse.
Oh, okay then. Bzz. Mystery, whatever game.
I'm getting the idea you just want to drag me into playing with you.
Well, I guess you could say that. Qa'Rajh ain't around, so I'm bored.
At this point, the situation finally makes sense. Normally, Makina would be messing around with Michiru on a daily basis, but her favorite target's been absent for a few days now. Instead, Sakagi's been taking the brunt of her mischief. We've all learned to play along with Makina's demented games every once in a while, but a constant barrage of attention would be exhausting. Hence Sakagi's irritation, which Makina interpreted as hostility.
I see, so that's how it is. That girl's been playing an important role in her own right.
Huh? What's going on?
I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough. It'll be interesting to see what other effects emerge, if any.
Huh? Oni-chan, I don't understand what you're even talking about anymore.
So very tired.
Oh, and now it's Sachi. What's wrong?
Well, I was just carrying out everyone's requests like always, but for some reason I find myself considerably more worn out than usual.
Oh, you get the candy I asked for?
Yes, I bought it for you. Here's your tasty twist.
Yay! Sticky surprise tasties! Amity only lets me have a tiny bit of candy every day, you know. I was having Qa'Rajh secretly supplement me from her stash, but without her around, my tumbler's been grumbling for something fierce.
Michiru constantly doing you favors, isn't she?
Huh? Come on, I'm always helping that thing out too. It's all good.
Not referring to her as a thing might be a step in the right direction.
Come to think of it, when Michiru-sama requests something, she'll often give me information about where the items on my list are being sold. I've been missing that assistance lately. For some reason, everyone seems to request limited edition products most frequently. Preliminary investigation and careful planning are often necessary to track them down, so it's relatively tiring. From the sound of things, Michiru's been playing the middleman between the others, casually helping out and smoothing things a lot of minor problems over. Yes, it makes sense. Sachi does so many chores as the school's maid that it'd have to get stressful without a little assistance. I've noticed Michiru's acts of kindness once or twice before, but I hadn't realized that her behind-the-scenes support played this large a role in the group's normal dynamic. Well then, please excuse me.
Sachi looks hella worn out. Tasty. Tasty's hella tasty. Huh? What's wrong, Amity?
I had Sachi buy some stuff for me, but this isn't quite what I asked for.
Oh, gonna have her take it back?
No, I mean, Sachi has a really strong sense of responsibility, you know. A little too strong, frankly. It's a little hard to point out her mistakes or whatever.
I guess you got a point there. Ah, what a pain in the ass.
If Michiru was around, I could probably just swap with her, but...
So not having Qa'Rajh around sucks for you too, Amity?
Well, I don't know. It's just a little... Yeah, I guess it kind of sucks.
I see. Her over-the-top tsundere act tends to draw all the attention, but it's also surprisingly helpful with the little things.
What? Come on, it's gotta be a coincidence. I mean, Qa'Rajh's sort of an idiot, you know?
Well, I won't deny she's a little naive at times.
Oh, what's all this? You know, I thought Yuuji and Michiru were getting friendlier lately. Is something going on with you two?
Depends on your definition of something.
Wow, way to be a tease. I mean, he's not wrong. If you don't define that question, you might get an answer you don't want. Michiru should be back in another 2 days or so. I'm curious about the results of her examination, but I've decided to refrain from contacting her beforehand. Probably better not to give the girl too much to think about right now. Hopefully she'll return before these small stresses the group's been undergoing build up into anything troublesome. Kazami-kun?
What? Here to file another complaint about Marknam?
No, nothing like that. I was just thinking. I never had the chance to hand these over. Sakaki hands me a number of souvenir flags from her vacation. A half-dozen to be exact.
These for Michiru?
That's right. I did want to give them to her myself, but I couldn't quite find the right moment. You seem to be getting along with her lately, so I thought you might be able to pass them on for me.
Understood. I'll pass them on. Can I just tell her they're souvenirs from Sakaki?
Well, yes, not that you really have to.
If I hand her 6 pennants without saying a word, she'll probably just be confused.
Oh, true. Yes, that would be fine.
Alright, thank you.
Huh?
I'm expressing gratitude on Michiru's behalf. Thanks for the souvenirs.
Okay, sure. Goodbye then.
Oh, Sakaki flustered is.
Got to get things prepared for a smooth return. Since our maid is currently exhausted, maybe I should tidy up Michiru's room in her place. Then again, fiddling around in a woman's room without permission strikes me as a bit questionable. Also, to be honest, it would be pretty damn embarrassing if anyone noticed me doing it.
Well, I'm sure Sachi will be willing to do it, worked as she might be. Maybe I'll pick her up an energy drink. Mumbling to myself, I leave the dorm and head for the convenience store.
Our routines may have been disrupted by Michiru's absence, but I haven't been neglecting my training. Running through nature every morning gives you an intimate understanding of the passing of the seasons. These last few days, the air rushing past me has carried a smell suggestive of the imminent end of summer. Having finished my daily marathon, I took a quick shower in my room. Michiru should be back tomorrow, but it doesn't feel particularly real yet. Not that I doubt she'll be returning, but this was a purely observatory stay, so the real question is what results the hospital's examination will have produced. Not surprising that I still feel a little uneasy, I suppose. It is I, Sachi.
No need for the formalities. Come in.
Certainly. Please excuse me. Sachi enters my room, her expression slightly troubled. Do we have a situation of some sort?
What's wrong? You got a gloomy look on your face.
Well, yes. I actually have something to discuss regarding Michiru-sama.
Michiru? You hear something about her?
No, it doesn't concern Michiru-sama herself, but rather her room.
So what happened then? Let's hear the details.
Yes, I will gladly elaborate. As you know, I was entrusted with the cleaning of Michiru-sama's room in her absence. Therefore, I recently tied up the room, vacuumed the carpet, and finished by wiping off the floor with dust cloth. But, well, there was one final problem I didn't quite know how to handle.
A Butterfinger-style dilemma, perhaps? Knock something fragile over?
No, buttery fingers were not involved. The problem in question was a box.
A box?
Yes, a small box with a lock. I attempted to open it as to put the contents in order, but this proved impossible without tools. Therefore, I fetched an electric saw, plugged it into the outlet in Michiru-sama's room, and threw the switch. The rrrr of the motor was quite pleasant to the ear. I was fully prepared to split the insolent piece of furniture in twain, but at that moment a certain doubt struck me. Is it really acceptable for me to destroy another's belongings with an electric saw, no less? If something were to fall and break in the course of my cleaning, that would be divine providence, so I wouldn't be in the wrong. However, would it really be alright to produce the same effect intentionally? If only I had thought to inquire how much I could destroy when Michiru-sama made her request, it would never have come to this, but alas.
I see. Alright then, I'll take care of that box. That should resolve your issue, right?
Yes, I do think that I would appreciate that. Here's the key to Michiru-sama's room. Well then, I still have much work to do to attend to, so I'll excuse myself. Sachi promptly bows and leaves the room. I drop the key on my desk, then fall back onto my bed. Naturally, I have no plans of actually doing anything about this box. Considering that it's locked, there's probably something Michiru doesn't want us seeing inside. No need to go out of my way to poke around. I pick up a paperback and begin reading once more. But before I'm halfway through the page, there's another knock at my door. Kasami-san?
What's wrong, Sachi?
As a matter of fact, I pressed my ear to your door in order to monitor the situation inside, and for some reason I heard the sound of a key being tossed inside, and then the sound of a human body falling onto a bed. And finally, there was the sound of rustling paper, as though someone was beginning to read a book. I am sure this is a simple misunderstanding on my part. Surely you wouldn't think it's not like I have to worry about one little box, Kasami-san. Oh, I love that she even scowls. Surely you would never neglect your promise to your trusting classmate, Sachi?
Calm yourself. I was just about to head over.
Well, I do apologize. To think I nearly doubted my trustworthy friend.
Not a problem. Anyway, yes, I'm planning to go. What now?
Oh, nothing. I'm simply maintaining my vigil until you actually leave, just to be on the safe side. I was entrusted with cleaning Michiru-sama's room, so, well, my mission isn't complete until that final box is taken care of. Now that I've passed on one aspect of that task to Kasami-san, if by some remote chance you were to think, what's the big deal, it's just one little box, and neglect your...
Alright, I'm not neglecting anything. You want me to go immediately, right?
Yes, you have my sincerest gratitude.
What's wrong? I'm going to take care of the box. You can leave now.
Understood. I, Queen Sachi, shall wait outside the door until you have completed dealing with the box in question, and then leave.
You're such a handful. Fine, got it. Just wait until I'm done.
Yes. I enter to find the room sparkling clean and neatly organized, just as Sachi said. The only thing even slightly out of place is the small box resting on Michiru's bed. It's an unassuming, simple wooden chest, but notably solid and sturdy. You could imagine a pirate stashing treasure in this thing. Probably a handmade product from some local general store. Seems fairly well worn from years of use.
Sachi, are you still out there?
Yes? Sachi responds instantly. She's clearly hovering just outside, waiting for me to deal with the box. Feels like I've gotten roped into an explosive ordnance disposal detail. Taking the box in my hands, I begin to fiddle around idly with the lock.
You're absolutely determined to have me look inside this thing?
I think that would be best. After all, I wasn't trusted with the cleaning of this room. It may only be a small box, but to neglect it would be to neglect my...
All right. Just hold on a minute.
Yes?
Well then, what's the next move?
I'm naturally a bit reluctant to open Michiru's private property without her approval. That said, I can't exactly stand around here all day. I have to think up some excuse and persuade Sachi.
Sachi, my friend, where did you find this?
Let's see, it was just sitting on top of the desk, I believe.
I see.
If she didn't hide the thing, does that mean she doesn't particularly mind if someone looks inside? Tricky judgment call. Crap, I was just playing around with the box absent-mindedly, but I seem to have gotten the thing opened without even realizing it. Curse my instinctive kleptomania. A mechanism that's this easily picked barely even counts as a lock. Surely you'd guard anything you really wanted to protect a little more securely.
Guess it hardly matters now that I've opened it. May as well take a look.
To be honest, I'm a little curious myself, and I've half convinced myself of the dubious theory that the girl actually wanted someone to look inside. Well, whatever my excuse, I open Michiru's box and peer inside.
What's this?
Kasami-san, is something the matter?
Sorry, but be quiet for a second.
There are several small notebooks and a number of photographs inside. The majority of the pictures seem to have been taken before I arrived at the school. Mainly casual snapshots, shots and group photos featuring Michiru's classmates. But in each and every one, Michiru's face has been cut out of the image. The rest is left intact, removing only herself from the world, but preserving the others carefully. I thoroughly examined the photographs one by one. There's a shot of Michiru sandwiched between Magen and Amane, Michiru leaning against a slightly embarrassed Sakaki, Michiru having her shoulders massaged by Sachi. In every case, Michiru's face alone is precisely snipped out with scissors. At a glimpse, these all appear to have been taken in happy moments, but that's probably exactly why she did this. Michiru must have felt that she didn't belong there. The girl must have been unable to accept the presence of her false self in these happy scenes. The notebooks are filled with memos written in small characters, notes on the performances she's been putting on in this school. There are also extensive itemized lists concerning Sakaki, Amane, Makina, and Sachi's likes and dislikes, notes on what makes them upset and happy, clearly accumulated through careful trial and error. Seems pretty clear that the girl was using this as a reference for her many small acts of kindness.
That girl.
My honest thought slips out of my mouth against my will.
Is an idiot.
Even after all this effort, Michiru didn't exactly pull off the charade, did she? Sometimes her act was more convincing than others, but as a whole she was just trying way too hard. That tsundere character must have been part of her plan as well, but I saw through it on the very first day. And of course, everyone else also knows that's not her true nature. Even so, she stuck with it, convinced that playing the clown was the only way she could be anything but a nuisance.
I'll give her an A for effort, but seriously.
Handwriting seems to be another weakness of Michiru. Her thoughts and feelings spill out across the pages in characters that even the most generous observer would have to call sloppy. But I'm only laughing at first. The earnest notes on her classmates and dubious strategies on forming smooth relationships eventually give way to a diary. And its contents are largely occupied with the terror she feels toward her other self. Flipping through the pages, I jump through the story in chronological order. 15th of May. My heart started hurting again today. I thought I was used to it by now, but the pain gets so strong it feels like my body's going to burst. When bad things like this happen, all I want to do is run away from reality. The world's scary, still I've got to live in it. I don't think I can possibly be of any real use to anyone, but I don't want to be a nuisance either. I don't want any more gaps in my memory. It's really scary. I'm really scared that one day I'm not going to be myself anymore. 19th of May. I was just talking with everybody when I sort of blacked out for a second. Or I thought it was a second. Apparently a fairly long time passed. It didn't really seem like anything went wrong this time, but I'm scared something like before will happen again. Gotta take my medicine to make sure it doesn't. Gotta make sure I don't stop being me. 2nd of July. A guy transferred into the school today. He seems to be suspicious about my personality. Gotta do a better job. 4th of July. I don't really get Yuuji. Can't figure him out. Is he angry all the time or what? I hope he doesn't hate me or anything. I'm not so good with smart people. They tend to look down on me. But it kind of feels like Yuuji's looking down on everyone, not just me. I don't really get it. 10th of July. Losing my memories usually means something bad, but today a nice thing happened. I don't remember how, but I found a cat near the sea. A small black guy with squishy little pink pads on his feet. He was really cute. Will they get mad at me if I feed him? 13th of July. The cat was friendly today. It made me happy. Did he like the cheese-flavored fish paste I gave him? I will try wonton next time. But I know I shouldn't get too friendly either. If the cat leaves me, I'll feel really lonely. I don't know what to do if he goes away. 17th of July. Yuuji saw me playing with the cat today. It was really embarrassing. 22nd of June. I kissed a boy for the first time in my life. Or rather, I got kissed. Why did Yuuji do that? I don't understand. I don't understand anything about that guy. I never have. I don't know if I can even look him in the eye anymore. Stupid Yuuji. 25th of June. Stupid Yuuji. 28th of June. It sounds like everyone's going to leave for the summer vacation. There's no way I can spend 2 weeks all alone with Yuuji. What am I supposed to do? 2nd of August. I went on a pretend date with Yuuji. It was all fake, so I won't lose anything. I mean, there isn't anything there to lose in the first place. I want to do it again. Very much. He gave me lots of rocks as present. I was really happy. I'll treasure them. 7th of August. We gave the cat a name. Mihama. Kind of a weird name, but a very special one. Is it really gonna be okay? Maybe he'll run off somewhere now. I'm really scared of that. 12th of August. The others came back. I'm happy, but it's kind of scary too. Yuuji just doesn't just belong to me anymore. Of course, we were just playing make-believe all along, so it's okay. It's fun to have everyone here again, but it's a little painful too. 14th of August. My heart hurts. It's all weird. This isn't good. It's not good. Not at all. There's another me. A me who isn't me. Hey, are you reading this too? Where are you? 16th of August. Mihama's gone. I knew it. I knew he'd leave me. 17th of August. I feel terrible. It's like there's a thick fog inside my head. Maybe I don't belong here anymore. You can do better, right? Much, much better. I'm sure of it. 18th of August. Please, I can't do this anymore. You take over. Please. 20th of August. Today I got Yuuji to sleep with me. It made me really happy. So then I told Yuuji everything. I told him about you. I told him lots and lots of things. What did you think of that? I was really happy but also scared. I was afraid you might hate me. Tomorrow I'm going to the hospital and I think this is it for me. I have my memories with Yuuji now and that's a good enough ending. I want to just disappear. I'm too scared. Maybe it'll all fall apart with Yuuji. Maybe someday I'll have to say goodbye to everyone in the school. And I can't take anymore. I just couldn't endure anything like that again. So I'm just going to end it now, okay? Please answer me. I hated you a lot at first. I thought you were a terrible person, but I was wrong, wasn't I? So maybe you could do me a little favor, just this once. Please, I'm begging you, answer me. 21st of August. It's a pleasure to meet you. I never expected I'd need to convey my feelings to you in this way, but here we are. First of all, I want to apologize for using your body without your knowledge, but please believe me, my intentions were good. I knew how hard you were trying and how much you were suffering, and I tried to help you out. I'm sorry it didn't work out that way. I wanted you to become your best friend, always nestled close at your side, ready to lend a hand when you ran into trouble. I wanted to stroke your head and kiss your cheeks so that the lonely nights wouldn't feel so frightening. But I ended up hurting you instead. I really am very sorry. Don't talk about disappearing. If anyone has to disappear, that should be my role. This body is yours, remember? So please, let them examine you properly. Please, go on living. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I didn't think you'd actually respond, so this was a real surprise. It's early in the morning right now, and I've got to go to the hospital soon. I'm a little worried if I'll be able to write a proper reply. Yuuji should be coming to pick me up any minute. You really are kind and smart. I think you're better suited to being me than I am. I'm a stupid, clumsy idiot, so even when I try really hard, it never turns out right. And I'm scared of losing even more than I already have. When I start feeling really sad, sometimes I'll start falling through darkness all of a sudden, like someone opened a trapdoor under my feet. I guess that must be when you come to the surface and play the role of me. I hug my knees and curl up in the blackness, squeezing my eyes shut. But when the dark gets too scary that I can't take it anymore, I open my eyes in search of the light. And that's when I switch places with you and return to this world. But I'm sorry, I'm done with that now. Next time that happens, I'm going to stay in the dark. I'm never going to open my eyes again. I mean, that way you'll get to take over for me forever, right? Sorry for making all this complicated. Either way, I'm done. I'll leave everything to you from now on. I think you can do what I couldn't. I think you can live without having anyone hate you, without losing anything. Sorry for being so selfish. Sorry for pushing this onto you. Say hi to Yuuji for me. You didn't have to tell him I loved him or anything. Just stay friends with him forever. Please. Ah, somebody just knocked on my door. Yuuji must be here. Once I leave for the hospital, I won't be able to see him again, or any of the others. So I guess this is goodbye, and after all this thinking, I still ended up feeling really sad. Life is just a chain of loss, isn't it? It's so very, very painful. Yuuji's calling me from beyond the door. I loved hearing him call my name. Guess I'll be a little selfish at the end, make him say it a lot of time. That's not too much to ask, right? When I hear him say my name, my heart always beats fast. Ha, I really gotta go now. Goodbye. I closed the notebook and put it away. At the very bottom of the box, she stowed the rocks I gave her on our first play date. I told the girl to throw them away, but it seems she didn't listen. To anyone else, they just looked like stones, but to Michiru, they must have been a treasure of sorts. If it was going to turn out like this, maybe I should have given her something a little more respectable after all. But it's too late for regrets. Time doesn't wait for us to realize our mistakes. This is just how this world works. I shut the lid and pushed the door box deep inside Michiru's closet.
Sachi, I'm done with that box.
What? Just the sort of speedy work I would expect from you, Kasami-san. And what were its contents?
The contents? Ah, right. After thinking the matter over for a moment, I offer a brief response. It was empty.
Empty? I see. Very well then, in that case, I suppose cleaning is now complete.
That's right. Nice work, by the way. The place is really sparkling. Michiru will definitely be overjoyed when she gets back.
Well, I only fulfilled my duties as normal, but I'd be very happy indeed if this were to please Michiru-sama. I can't wait for tomorrow.
True enough. Hope tomorrow gets here quickly.
Sachi trots off down the hallway with a swing in her step. I lean against Michiru's door and heave a leaden sigh. And that's where we'll end this episode. So, things are definitely looking rather bleak at the moment. And I believe this is the earliest on in the branching stories that we've had a choice between the good and the bad ending. I don't remember how much of the story is left. The other stories have been around the same length, but I don't remember if Michiru's is shorter or the same length as the others and just has its choice going really early on. Either way, that has been it for this episode, so until next time, take care.